Hi everybody, and welcome to this tutorial where I want to draw a man with a beard, glasses and also a hat. So 3 in 1 in this case. And I'm using my charcoal pencil and a simple sketching paper. It's newsprint paper. And what I do first is I start looking at the great shape. So the main shapes, and as you can see, it's a 3/4 portrait. You can see, well, you can guess where the jawline is because, of course, this guy is wearing a beard. But I do want to see through things, and I want to get that head shape in. And of course you cannot see the outer lines of the chin, for instance, but I can see here a little bit of the outer line of the side of the face, and I want to point out the landmarks for where the eyes are going to be. And you can see it's not directly horizontal, so there's a little bit of an angle there. And this is my center line. And as you can see, the center line that is going through the nose here is very much to the left side of the face. So the right side of the face is much bigger because this is a 3/4 view, of course. So when I look at the rest, for instance, where the nose will be, and this is the line for where the mouth is going to be, then you can actually see that the line of the mouth, of course, on the left side is also shorter than on the right side. So here I have my outer shape on the left side, and I know where the eyes are going to be, I know where the nose is going to be. Then I want to see the line for where the head is going over the head itself. So I really want to point out where the head is going to be. And this head is a little bit higher than the tip of the skull, the top line of the skull, because there's a little bit of space in between the head and the skull itself. So I try to draw a little through and through so I can imagine where everything is going to be. What also is noticeable is that the tip of the nose is not going past the outer line of the left side of the face. So I point that out too. And this is where the nose is connecting to the part of the mouth. So this is what I draw in, and then this is the side again. But there will be beard hairs there too. And this is the space in between the lips. This is the lower lip, and then here comes the top lip. And now you can really see how foreshortened the left side of the mouth is in comparison with the right side of the mouth. And this is the nose entrance, of course. I need to draw that in too. So I'm gradually drawing in more and more landmarks to get that face going. And well, what I want to point out is that I'm actually ignoring the detail like the glasses and the beard and the head in this first stage. But I want to focus on the lines of the shadows, because well, the head is throwing a lot of shadows onto the face. And here I'm using the side of the nostril to point out where the inner corner of the eye will be. That's also very nice to keep track of, so that you know where the right eye is going to be. So now I can simply place that into the face, and I take notice of the direction, of course, in which my model is looking. here I see a bushy eyebrow, so I point that out too. They're all just little landmarks, but they will help me to put things in the right place. And this is the brow line. You can see that that this one is going well, it's standing out a little bit more. So this is the brow line in which the eyebrows are placed. And well, I cannot see the cheek line itself, but I know that it is there, and I know that the beard is going to be around that cheek line. So this is how I start, and by simply ignoring those glasses and ignoring the beard. Now that I've continued, now I'm sure that the eyes are in the right place and the nose is there and the mouth is there. Then I can start to put in the tip of the head. So that is the part that will bring a lot of shadow into our portrait drawing, and that's very nice. You can of course take a very big head or a little bit smaller. It doesn't matter really much, as long as that you take notice of the fact that the head is casting a lot of shadow onto the face. Now I can see a little bit of hair coming from underneath the head, and the shadow casted. There will be a casted shadow too of the glasses. So not only the head will cast a shadow, but also the glasses will cast a shadow onto the face. And the real-time tutorial can be found, of course, on my Patreon page. Well, you can see the ear. You can see a little bit of hair coming just from behind the ear, and there's a lot of shadow there. So I point that out, and you can see the color of the blouse or jacket that the model is wearing. And I like to draw that in because that helps a little bit with the composition. And you can see that the light is coming from the left side, of course. So what is next is simply start looking. I just start looking for lights and darks. Now here on the face, on this part, the eyes are completely covered in shadow. So I literally draw what I see. I see a very big shadow there. And in between the lips, of course, there's a shadow, and underneath the nose there's also a shadow. So I simply draw that in, and here you can see the dividing line in between which part of the face is covered in hair and which part is clean of hair, of course. So I also point out the first line of where the beard is going to be. And this guy also has a mustache, so I really need to draw that in. And I'm simply using little whimsical lines, and well, I just need to point out the area, and then I simply give that a value. I need to take notice of that little light spot just above the top lip, and then I can simply point out where the beard is going to be. And then I simply hold my pencil as flat as possible, and I completely cover the whole area. And you can see in the beard that the beard on top of the chin catches a lot of light, while the right side of the beard, on the side of the cheek itself, there is a lot of shadow going on. So I'm already pointing out the beard on the chin, which is much lighter than on the right side, and on the cheek line. And even though I cannot see that cheek line, I still want to point out that that is the part that is of the darkest value. So I'm not actually drawing in hairs at this point. I'm just pointing out what the values are. So that will help me to create, to start a beard later on, without already going into too much detail. So here I'm erasing a little bit of the helper lines, and I started to put in more and more gray values. I'm pushing up the darker values, and in this way I can really get a good view of what is hit by the sun, which part of the face is hit by the sun, and which part is completely covered in shadow. And this is very important to accomplish before you start drawing in the glasses, because the glasses are placed on top of that nose bridge, and the nose is holding the glasses on place. So what I did is I simply took a big brush and I brushed in all the charcoal pigments into the Ami newsprint paper, and then and only at this stage I start drawing in the glasses. And you can see the side here, you can see that shining through the glass. So I need to build the glasses around the face that I have created. And it's only at this stage when I start drawing the last attribute, which are the glasses that is worn by this nice gentleman. He looks like a sportive type. You can see a little bit of shadow on the left side of his face casted by the glasses, and there's a lot of light on the bridge of the nose itself. And because I rubbed in all the pigments of the charcoal, I can use the pencil eraser to draw back in the light. Now this is the side, of course, of the glasses that this gentleman is wearing, which is of very dark value. And then gently but certainly I add some hairs into the area which is beard, and I try to look as much as I can to look at the direction in which the hairs are growing. They are growing a little bit wild on this mister, and in the darker areas you can see some lighted up hairs, and on the chin area the beard is the lightest. So this is how I well, it's just a suggestion of a beard going on, but still for the sketching technique that I'm using now, it's quite a convincing way of drawing a beard. So should you want to see the whole process, you can find that of course on my Patreon page. So maybe that's something that you want to check out if you want. But this is a very simple study. It took me a little bit more than an hour, and well, I think it's a great way to study. So Hope you enjoyed it. I'll put a little bit of extra shadow here in the cap, in this cap here, and well, maybe you can see it. It's a nice shadow there also on the face, made by the glasses, and well, it's just amazing. I want to thank you for watching, and of course I hope to see you soon in one of my other tutorials.